Should you buy a Nintendo Wii in 2022? Yes, we're back to this type of stuff we play stuff. Buying guides. And here's the thing, when I do these buying guides, there's always some questions that are brought up. Why don't you talk about emulation? Why are you asking this question and then going in depth about it? And the answer is simple. Certain types of consoles are right for certain people. Your situation varies from person to person. And honestly, this channel is just a thinly veiled excuse for me to info dump about video game stuff I like. And today I feel like info dumping about the Nintendo Wii. So let's get into it. Before we look at everyone's favorite game system that led to a mountain of accidentally broken TVs, I'd like to mention today's sponsor. This video today is brought to you in part by PCBWay.com. Take advantage of services from 3D printing to CNCing to, of course, PCB design and printing. From small orders to massive batches of PCBs, they have you covered. Particular for this video, I want to mention something I found that combines my love of gaming with my other hobby that I admittedly wish I got to talk about more often. Model trains. No, seriously, I have a rather large collection of these things, and thanks to a member of the PCBWay community, I found a board and accompanying guide that would allow me to control a model railway using a Wii nunchuck. I think that might be worth a video sometime. It's just really neat. So, follow the link in the description below and check out PCBWay.com today. And now, let's get back to talking about the Wii proper. So the Nintendo Wii was first released in 2006 for $250 American. And if you went to Wikipedia, you'd know that. You don't need me to do that. Look, I can offer you more as a YouTuber than just a regurgitated Wikipedia article. The main thing I'm getting at with this is I have a lot of personal connection to this system. I got mine in early 07, I believe, as a birthday gift, with Sonic and the Secret Rings, and of course everyone's favorite pack-in, Wii Sports. And seeing how quality Sonic and the Secret Rings was, I basically just had Wii Sports. I was the coolest fucking kid in the neighborhood for a week. No one could get a Wii. They were only $250 and they sold out like crazy. As compared to the PS3, that was like $700 plus a kidney and a promise to your firstborn child. So the original Wii had a lot going for it. It was not a very powerful console. It was basically just a GameCube, but with motion controls. But the motion controls was a big seller. I know a lot of people who just bought the original Wii Sports bundle, or bought that and then Wii Sports Resort when it came out, or even just Wii Fit, and those are the only games they got for the Wii. For no other reason than they didn't want anything else. Nintendo got a lot of crap during this generation for becoming a casual company, but everyone had a Wii.
It was the fitness console.
It was a fitness console, says the cameraman, and it's true. My sister got Wii Sports and Wii Fit, and those are the only things she played. Granted, my brother-in-law's Wii I have a lot of memories with because he was the first person I knew who ever explored the Homebrew channel. But before we get into what Homebrew and what some of my must-play titles are, we need to talk about variants. What made the original Wii special as well is, you know, I mentioned it was basically a souped up GameCube. It literally had slots on the top of it for GameCube controllers and GameCube memory cards. Even the wireless Wavebird controllers work. And that's because GameCube discs will work on the Wii, and they work flawlessly. And that wasn't the only backwards compatibility there was. You could use the Virtual Console to play games for the NES, the SNES, the N64, even new original WiiWare titles like the fantastic Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth. And none of this matters because the Wii Shop's been offline since 2019. This is the digital future. You better back up anything digital you have now because it's going away someday. Sucks to suck, doesn't it? Now later on in the Wii's life, we got a revision called the Wii Family Edition. Usually these were bundled with Wii Sports, Wii Sports Resort. I remember a Mario Kart bundle. I remember a bundle that came with both Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. I don't know if that was just a Canada thing.
This is one we had with Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. It was really cool.
Oh, except yours was I've seen your childhood Wii, and that one, what's odd about it was like it wasn't a family edition. It still had the GameCube ports.
Yeah, it still had the GameCube ports. It was really weird.
But you see, that's the thing with family edition. it wasn't a major discount. I think it was like 180 bucks.
Yeah, it was like 180 bucks. We got it during like a Black Friday sale for, I believe, 150, and that thing was for Netflix and Netflix only.
Did you have the Netflix disc?
No, we had the Netflix app.
Oh, this was past the disc days.
Yeah.
The Family Edition infamously removed the GameCube compatibility, which, whatever, you know, if you want a cheap console, that's fine. It's not like they removed the online features anyways, right? In 2012, the same year the Wii U was released, Nintendo released the Wii Mini, which is a very sleek and sexy looking console. It's black and red, it looks amazing. It can't play GameCube games, it can't go online. It does have a pop-top disc tray, so that thing will never fail on you. Why would you use it? It can also only do composite out. I mean, this thing already wasn't HD, but this thing looks a little yucky, you know?
It does look dated now.
It's only a 10-year-old card. Jesus, fuck, the Wii Mini is 10 years old. I need to mention the Wii U as well. Some people even now don't realize this, but the Wii U was not a Wii, and I fully believe this was a failure on Nintendo's marketing. The Wii U was a terrible name. No, it was a fully HD console. It had a gamepad and stuff. What's important for the sake of this video, though, is that, like the Wii, it was very easy to mod, and guess what? It can play Wii games. In fact, not only off the disc, it had a full-on, like, Wii shoved into it. You can also download Wii games from its virtual console. I believe through modding, you can also play GameCube games.
Through modding, all things are possible.
So jot that down. What I really like about the Wii itself, though, is some of my memories with it. So many great games. The first way I ever beat Sonic 3 and Knuckles, one of my favorite games, was the Virtual Console version. Mega Man 9 got me into Mega Man, and I played that on the Wii.
How we got married.
Yeah, my husband, who was behind the camera, we literally started talking about Mega Man, our first conversation. And if it weren't for me playing Mega Man 9, gushing about to my brother-in-law and him being like, but it was as hard as Mega Man 2, and then me using allowance money to get more Wii points to buy Mega Man 2 and, you know, some other games, and, you know. What I'm saying is the Wii was really rad. There also used to be so many cool apps, like there's a Check Me Out channel, there's one called the Everyone Votes channel where you can just vote on random stuff. There's one called the Nintendo channel, I remember, because it had like these what were basically web series that Nintendo would stream straight to your Wii, but you could also get Nintendo DS game demos.
The Wii was also like stupid portable. Like, you could put it in your backpack, take it to your best friend's house, and play Mario Kart at a slumber party. We took our Wii all over Texas because, hello, like, divorced family.
There's also so many really fantastic exclusive titles. Like, one thing is, if you're getting a Nintendo console, you're gonna get all those exclusive, especially if you dabbled in the homebrew. That's how I played Super Paper Mario, a game I actually remember beating as a kid, but I only ever played it on my brother-in-law's modded homebrewed Wii. It's so easy to put homebrew on here. Google the term Wii letter bomb. Find out how. I can hear Nintendo's lawyers approaching my doorstep right now as we speak, so I'm going to go switch topic from that. The Wii U is just as easy, but Wii's are cheap. That's Super Paper Mario, which is Paper Mario but anime. Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Mario Kart Wii, of course, which...
Mario Kart Wii is like the best Mario Kart, and you can at me on that one.
I remember the one I was most excited for is I got Pokemon Battle Revolution, which was basically a stripped down Pokemon Stadium, but for Diamond and Pearl, and I actually talked about this in a video last year. But the funny thing is, I got it specifically so I could battle Pokemon online in 3D. And let me tell you, using 2007 era Wi-Fi for Pokemon battles on the Wii, fun fact, the first ever Wii game to support online stuff, it was rough. It was so rough. The stuff we did for fun, the stuff we play for fun. What I really do appreciate about the Wii as well nowadays is how cheap and plentiful that they are to find. I feel like the Switch has taken the place of a lot of what the Wii did, and I think that's more than fair, especially since, you know, it can be a portable. The craziest thing is, if I remember right, it's 2022 now. The last official Wii game came out last year. I think it was Shakedown Hawaii. Think about that. Last year. That's 15 years after the console launched. This thing got mad support. And what's still crazy about it is that This thing in the Xbox 360 and the PS2. Not the PS3 so much, but the PS2. If I go to any random like Savers or Goodwill or like mom and pop thrift store, I'd say there's like not every single one of them, but there's probably a good like 1 in 3 chance I will find one of those systems there. And more often than not, if it's one of those, it's a Wii. And unlike the 360 or the PS2, the Wiis are built to last. I mean, goodness. So, I guess the verdict is, should you buy a Nintendo Wii in 2021? Well, first off, it's easy and cheap. Before you think about buying one, everyone had them. Maybe check like your parents' house or, an aunt's attic. Your grandparents might have one, or even just any random car sale before you actively go out to eBay or whatnot. These things were everywhere, and they're still everywhere. You'd be surprised all the random places you'll find Wiis. Now, if you want a way to play Wii games that's really versatile and stuff, the Dolphin emulator is great for upscaling, or if you want merely official, the Wii U is fantastic. It can play Wii games and Wii U games, of course, and really, it's really good, especially if you want to get into modding. That said, if you want a really cheap and easy modding console, I'd still recommend the Wii over the Wii U, just because it's sold way better. It's not just cheaper, it's way easier to find. So if you want a system that's cheap, easy to get started collecting for, because goodness, a lot of the games are still cheap, and that's still a lot of fun, look into the Wii. Also, if it's missing the sensor bar, that's not a problem. I did a video last year where I discovered, yes, if your Wii is missing a sensor bar, or if you want to use Wiimotes with the Dolphin emulator, you can just use 2 candles. So if your Wii's missing a sensor bar, just pay $2.50 at your local Dollar Tree, get some candles, it's fine. I like the Wii a lot. You should definitely get it. Don't get a family edition or a Wii Mini unless you're like a hardcore collector. And if you're on a budget, get this over a Wii U. It's that simple. Was this a barely coherent mess, or did this make sense, camera person?
No, it made a lot of sense. I mean, like, I have so much nostalgia for the Wii, and I know a lot of people also have a lot of nostalgia for the Wii, and they're starting to want to get their kids into it too.
And it's still easy to find. I wish GameStop and EB Games didn't stop carrying these. I mean, it's fine though. You can find them everywhere. Honestly, I know so many people who still just have these for Wii Fit. It's kind of funny. Usually, older folks, but you know what? Power to them. So yeah, that's it for this buying guide. Do y'all like this return to this style? Just kind of off the cuff, talking about memories, almost retrospective look at a system to determine if I think it has some worth nowadays. Because every game system has its merits, but like, say if I was talking about the TurboGrafx 16, I love that system to death, but it's so expensive I think you'd be crazy if you tried to buy one and collect for it nowadays. With the Wii, if you get one, you can either mod it and do God knows what with it, or you can find some really good, perhaps lesser known titles that aren't too expensive. Some of the first party titles are definitely getting up there, but not nearly as bad as a lot of other systems. But before I go on longer, if you like this style, let me know in the comments below. Maybe subscribe, maybe back me on Patreon for as low as $1 a month to join these people you see on screen right here. I also have channel memberships and other such things.
And don't forget, you can see Jamie on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yes, 7 p.m. Eastern. Jamie plays stuff on Twitch. So on that note, thank you very much for watching. Stay classy, and I'll see you next time.